everybody, my name is Beck. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Can you believe the month of October is already over and it's well and truly into November, the month I'm dreading the most because I have to do surgery in a couple of days. So you're not here to hear about that. It is currently really hot in Australia and I'm melting under all these lights. I can't turn on the AC because it'll make a big noise and you don't want to hear it. This month I've managed to play on my PS4, my PS Vita and my Nintendo Switch as per usual, and a little bit on the 3DS as well. I had trouble sleeping at night, so I mainly play my portable devices. I don't understand how this month went by so fast, and I've managed to spend it unproductively as per usual. I will go through the Switch first because that's my least played console of this month, if I'm being completely honest. I was actually really excited because I have wanted to play Doraemon for the longest time ever, and I completely forgot about the release date, and by the time I realized it, I only had 3 days to pre-order it. Here's my philosophy with pre-ordering games. Usually, I would try to avoid it if I can, unless there's an exclusive or if it's slightly cheaper. What I've been doing for the past couple of years is I usually wait at least 1 week after the release date to see the reviews, see if the price drops down by a couple of dollars. It still matters in the long run. Saving a couple of dollars, I can learn to wait. But there's certain games like Pokemon that I can't wait and I need it on release date. This game was Pokemon status for me. I know this might offend some people, but that's how I feel towards the Stories of Season franchise. A lot of my friends are into the farming games. They had trouble getting this because it was not a physical release in the US. It's only available in Europe and Australia for some odd reason. Even then, my European friends such as Angry Pegasus on Instagram had trouble getting it physically in Belgium, and she had to order from PlayAsia. I know a couple of friends who had to order from PlayAsia because there was just no physical in the US and some places of Europe for some odd reason when it's supposed to be. But by the time I went out to check out on JB Hi-Fi, at least my local one, it was completely sold out. I don't think they stocked a lot of this to begin with, and I bought this from Amazon Australia. Thank you Beatrix for helping me get this. Cheapest I saw it for was like $69. You buy it in stores, it's about almost close to $80. I don't know if you can still pick this up. This is kind of rare for some odd reason. If you pre-order from EB Games, you get a magnet, a singular magnet, but it costs $10 more, so you're paying $10 for a magnet. I don't know if that's worth it for you, but I don't really care. I realize as I'm getting older and I'm running out of room, if you couldn't tell from the backdrop, I don't really care for figurines or anything like that. I only care about the physical game itself, or if there's a steelbook, then that's an exception, but everything else I don't care for. The reason why I even picked out games like Fire Emblem Echoes was because there was an amiibo bundle set that I wanted. That was the only incentive that gave me the urge to buy a collector's edition, but nowadays I don't have as much disposable income just to throw away these days because I have like health issues that I need to fix first, so I have to be really concise with my money and my financial decisions. For the last couple of years I have not been truly excited about collecting everything, just the ones that matter the most. I'm trying not to because I get swayed by social media. I see people who have new releases, I get really tempted by getting it, but also I have to think about, do I necessarily need it right now, because I probably won't have time to play it anyway. This is the game that I was hyped about. I like farming games, if you couldn't tell right now. If you watched my videos from before, I play games like Farm Together. In fact, I played it this month. There was a Halloween event. There was 3 Halloween events, and it's driving me insane. I still haven't finished it. I'm about halfway there. That's besides the point. This game is incredibly slow paced. If you don't have patience for tutorials like me, then you might struggle. There's a lot of content, there's story. I've played it maybe 10 hours in total at this point, and I'm still not done with the tutorials. Shishi Fairy streamed the demo of this game, and you can just see the frustrations, and I feel exactly the same. She read more of the tutorials, I kind of gave up. I just think it's incredibly cute. The farming aspects, the animal care from the traditional Stories of Seasons games, it's very limited in that sense, but it is very story driven instead. which is not the rarest things for a Stories of Seasons game, but this one's definitely main focus is on story rather than the gameplay itself. That's how I feel. I'm the type of person that enjoys the farming aspects of the game. I like to play it because of farming. I like to grow crops and sell them. It's basically a chore in a game, but for some reason when it's like displayed in this format, I like it. Would I physically be able to work on a farm? Absolutely not, but in this context, it's fun. If you're sitting on the fence of this, More Friends of Mineral Town is coming out. It came out in Japan. I don't know when it's coming out in the West. If you want to wait for that, I know Rune Factory is coming out. That's more of my cup of tea. Rune Factory 4. Do you necessarily need this? If you're a big Doraemon fan and you like Stories of Seasons and you have the patience for tutorials, then yeah, go for it. It's fun, it's cute, it's very visually appealing. But do you have the patience for it is a different story. If you don't have the disposable income to get it, then you can wait on this. It is fun, but you have to think for yourself, do you need this? If you like Doraemon, you like farming, you like Stories of Seasons, yes, get it. But you can actually wait on this. I don't know if it's becoming rare. Maybe that's an issue for some people. If you don't mind just getting the digital copy, then it's fine. I think it's harder to get the physical for some reason. I don't know why. It's limited, but here it is. You can always buy the Asian copy and it will translate to English if I'm not mistaken. If you set your Switch console to your native language, I think it changes to that. If not, it will change to English. I think it's one of those games, but double check just in case. I think that's it for the Switch, this one game. And I played a little bit of Dragon Quest Builders 2, just like for 5 minutes to check up on it. And a lot of Farm Together. Still not done with it, but I'm really annoyed with it. Moving on to the next console, second least played is my PS Vita. I've been playing a lot of Hatsune Miku, like copious amount. If you look at my PSN profile, you've been seeing me attempting to get the platinum trophy for Hatsune Miku. I believe in myself. I think I can do it. And then I realized one of the trophies requires a Japanese PSN account to achieve it, because you apparently have to download something to play a certain song, and I have an Australian account and apparently all your progress gets deleted if you change regions for your account for trophies. I don't know if that's true, please tell me it's not, and I don't want to risk it, so I can never platinum certain games for Hatsune Miku. But the only one I can see myself getting a platinum is Hatsune Miku Project Diva X. But it's driving me insane because you have to get level 10 friendship for every single character. It might sound easy in theory, but it's absolutely not. You have to basically play 5 games, well 5 songs on extreme for each character to unlock a scene where the character will give you indications of presents to give them. It's all RNG based. And if you give the wrong present, they deduct friendship points from you. It's a grind. It doesn't sound like a lot, but if you play the game, you know what I mean. And it's driving me insane. And that's the only part that I have left in order to play. I don't know, I like music games, but that's a lot of work and I'm getting frustrated in thinking about it because 5 songs on extreme is a copious amount of times. And how many characters are there? There's Hatsune Miku, there's Rin, there's Len, there's Luca, there's Meiko, and there's Kaito. Level 10 for each. And every single time you give a present, it only rises up like a little bit. So it's driving me insane. Just to get to Miku to level 6 has driven me to insanity is what's happening. You guessed it, whenever I'm on a Hatsune Miku kick, I always play the Mirai version on the 3DS. So I played Monster Hunter with a guy called Dante. I don't know his real name. He's a Japanese guy that so happens to play Monster Hunter with us sometime, and he reminded me of Mirai because apparently he has trouble getting it. I think that's what he was intending to say. And I got reminded that I had the Mirai game and started playing it, and I'm so terrible. Once you start getting used to the PS4/PS Vita controls, you can't go back to the 3DS controls or Nintendo controls for some reason. Because my brain has limited space and it can't function with the buttons. And I used to have the opposite issues. I used to play it on Nintendo consoles only, but now that I've expanded my horizon, my brain cannot handle it as I age. Moving on. Did that even make any sense? Move on to finally the PS4. I actually have way more than this, but I put the games in the same case. This is why I can't find any games. This is a terrible habit I need to break. But sometimes you're just playing a game and you want to play another game, so you just put everything into one case and forget about it, and then you can't find it in the future. But these are the games I borrowed from Robo, so I have to remember to take my own games out and put her games back into case. Okay, so the PS4. I've been playing Monster Hunter World Iceborne. If you watch any of my streams, and you know I also stream Stardew Valley, these are the norms at this point. Do I really need to tell you guys? If you're new here, I play those games a lot and I stream them too. I did plat this one, so it's Phoenix Wright. I can't say that word for some reason. Phoenix Wright on the PS4. I finished all of the chapters, got the platinum trophy. Okay, it's actually the right game in here, so I'm glad. Super cute. Robo loaned this to me almost a month ago. I finished this within 3 weeks. There's a lot to read. Highly recommended. Felt very nostalgic. Really like this. I like this more than Apolojustice. I am open to Apolojustice going to the PS4 if they want to. I like to play it again. When I was younger, when I was playing this game, it made me cry, but I think as I grew a little bit older, I'm more cold-hearted. And I guess I'm more driven by other emotional stories and I cry more about it. I did feel upset playing it towards the end. If you've played the game, then you understand what I mean. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But this one just brings back the feels, but I didn't cry this time. The first time I played it, I did. As we all know, oh, see what I mean? By slotting, I have Stardew Valley in the Dragon Quest. Oh no, Dragon Quest 11 game. As you all know, but I did play the one. As you all know, this game came out on the Switch. A lot of my friends have it. I love this game, so I started seeing people playing it again. Decided to, you know, go back and see if I can grab some trophies, because I'm only about 51% of trophies in this game. There's a lot of grinding. I immediately got one-shotted by a side boss, and then I realized why I stopped playing the game, because once I finished the storyline and tried to finish the post game, that was about it. But there was like a couple of more side quests and side stories I haven't been through yet, and I wanted to do that. And I also want to get the casino trophy as well, but I don't know how to gamble. So I don't know how to play it. There's just so much to do in this game that you can never truly finish it, I feel like. And there's a lot of, I don't know if I can say there's a high replay value, because it's a lot of work. It was a very strange coming back to it. But I intend to finish the other trophies because I want to finish it, but it's very hard. That's probably why I gave up. Last but not least, here's the Dragon Quest inside the Builders box. I borrowed this from Robo. I didn't play this Builders on the PS4. It's harder to understand because this copy is in Japanese. But yeah, I've been playing Dragon Quest 11 just a little bit for the past 2 days. I need to try my best to plat the PS4 version and then give this back to Robo. Anyway, what else oh yeah, I also have been playing a game called Kingdoms New Lands, I think, and I have it on Steam. It was $3 on the PSN store, and I don't know how to describe it. It's basically like a defense tower kingdom building simulation of sorts. It was only $3. I have it on Steam. I will highly recommend it to people if you're interested in building a kingdom. I'm the worst at describing games like that. $3. So if you don't like it, then at least it's not the worst thing to happen to you. But I will recommend it. I'm very hooked on that game as well. What else have I been playing? I'm very torn because I want to buy the Shane Dawson makeup palette. I know it's gonna cost me over $100 just to ship all the way to Australia. The palette itself is probably gonna cost around 100 Australian dollars. And I also want to buy Pokemon Shield. I'm not getting Sword, I'm just getting Shield. So if you ever wanted like Shield Pokemon, I haven't really been able to just buy anything really because I have to put all my resources there. So the only thing I really bought was this, and And I feel guilty for buying it actually. But what's done is done, and just like hopefully by the time you see me next, I will definitely be in pain, that's for sure. But I hope it's for the better anyway. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have anything you'd like to say to me, please leave a comment down below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content from me, and hit the bell for notifications. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!